Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Oh hey, an air spawn. Oh, wait, did I just queue arcade? I made a new preset, and presets default you to arcade, and I never changed it. Screw it, this is going in the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, this time with the MiG-23MLD. This swing wing jet is currently the top tier fighter for the Russian tech tree. And currently, I'm having quite a bit of fun with it. The MiG-23 was designed as a counter to the F-4E Phantom. However, that's not really what you're going to face in top tier anymore. Top tier is filled with Tomcats and Mirage 2000s, which is just as good, if not better than you are now. Also, like the 1 in 1,000 J7E players, but you don't run into them very often. This in mind though, the MiG-23 is still solidly a top 5 fighter in the game. The R-24T is just completely insane. It's the best infrared missile in the game, like, by far. It has long range, but a short burn time, which is super important in making sure that people don't see your missile, while still also retaining high maneuverability, and is all aspect. Though shooting front aspect is kind of a gimmick, you mostly want to use it from side aspect and rear aspect, as when you do so, it becomes an absolute monster that's so difficult to flare. Honestly, the only problem I have with the MLD is that to be most effective with it, you have to climb. But by the time that you get out of the way or notch the swarms of F-14s trying to shoot aims of the 7 and 54 variety at you, you're gonna be so late to the game that there's not very many people left to kill. Meaning, there's a very good chance that your tactical nuke orbital R-24Ts are gonna find their target after the person has already died to one of your teammates. Though, if you do manage to do all of this, and there are still enough people left alive, you get to be that guy. I feel like it's a universal constant at this point that there's a MiG-23 that comes in 5 minutes later than everybody else, down from space, to just absolutely obliterate you with an R-24. Which, being on the delivering end rather than the receiving end, does feel pretty nice. Once you're out of R-24s, you have the R-60 and your guns, which are both close and personal. The R-60 accelerates hard and turns hard, and reacts pretty quickly off the rail, making it a good dogfight missile, as it doesn't glide very well, and it doesn't burn for very long. The gun does insane damage, like, look at that Tomcat. Good luck ever recovering that thing, you turned into a fireball. When you do have to go dogfight mode, the swing wings and good thrust help you pull them in real close, like you're an Alabama man with his sister. Also, there's this preconceived notion that the R-60 likes to eat flares, which, relative to other missiles, yeah, it does. But if they leave their afterburner on, or a Tomcat, God forbid, leaves his throttle higher than like 50%, it's gonna go through those flares straight into their engine still. I spray at this Tomcat in the head-on, but I don't really have the angles, and if I were to roll around to get it, I'd be fighting the camera the whole time. So I just bring my wings all the way forward and loop over the top. Once I get this R-60 off at the Tomcat, there's no hope for him left. You gotta preemptively drop your throttle if you're trying to flare anything in the F-14. I lock this F-4J with infrared search and track, but then I realize I don't really need it. I fire an R-60 off at him, and he's paying attention to the other MLD, and takes it right up the backside, giving me a quick and easy ace game. Alright boys, we're back into the arcade game. I do some loop-de-loops that I would never be able to do in RB, then I spot the F5C, which I turn on my R-24, which, while I'm going super slow, I'm pretty sure would hit, as missiles have extended range in arcade. I launch it off at him, but it actually tracks his AIM-9E, then I switch over to the F-105, which has no chance to defend an R-24. My next priority is the Crusader. The XP-50 will never be able to touch me because he's a prop, and in arcade you have improved energy retention, so I can actually rate fight the F5C and still come out on top. At 2 kilometers I launch an R-60 at him, which I was hoping would hit, but for some reason it goes stupid. I try and get another missile off, but it's not locking for some reason, so I go in all close and personal with my guns, and just barely miss. make sure to comment skill issue with the timestamp, as I literally have a lead indicator and still didn't hit. The R60 being a dogfight missile is still able to hit the shot at 0.6 kilometers, and now I line up the A32. I'm just a little too low, but I'm able to pull him behind him again, and he ends up flying in front of my guns, letting me spray once the lead indicator dot goes over my crosshair. There's also an Su-22 that decides to fly a little too close to me, so I launch a missile at him, and with Arcade's extended range, it ends up hitting. I try and go for the A-10 in front, but he crashes into me, and then I flare a somehow head-on missile that the F-5C shoots at me. That thing is in all aspects, so I have no clue how he got the lock, but I still had to dodge it regardless. I have the wings halfway out, and I dodge another head-on, which leads me to this XP-50, which I'm just going to absolutely annihilate with my autocannon. Another AIM-9E gets launched at me, and I have to make sure I flare that so I don't die. I wanted to go for this F-104G, but he's too far away, so I realized I should probably turn around, and then I flare the AIM-9B that was launched at me by this J-34. In Arcade, every missile is super deadly, and it's actually kind of scary. The fast pace definitely keeps your head on a swivel like an owl on crack. Being like the only top tier fighter as well, since most people use Arcade to either stock grind mid tier jets or play the F5C, kinda makes me feel like a raid boss as well. I've already collected quite a few kills despite not playing this game mode, and I try and get another one here taking a head on with the J34. I ditched my last R60 earlier so that I could rearm them, but I didn't realize I only had 3 cannon rounds left, and I honestly should have sprayed them off and just extended for a little bit so I could rearm everything. Instead though, I see this J34, and I'm gonna go for a deflection shot. Yeah, there's no way I hit that with only 3 rounds. That's all for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed, as it helps me out a lot. Also, if you'd like to support me directly, I have a Patreon page in the description. Also, there's the Discord server. If you'd like to be part of a growing community of active War Thunder players, make sure to join that. Other than that, that's all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.